Hey there Wargamers, and welcome to another video for Dark Angels Week here at Brush for Hire. Right now we're going to be talking about the heavy support. This is the final part of our codex analysis. So we're going to take a look at the heavy support options, and Chris is going to go over some of the details.
Alright, well we'll start off with Devastator Squad. I mean, it's generally the same if you've watched our troop videos, same layout, kind of. But just like before, it gets to take flak missiles, so...
Yeah, that is fantastic. Really great addition. And you do get the Veteran Sergeant deal, where you can essentially choose to either not spend 10 points to upgrade your Vet Sergeant to Sergeant status for pretty much any other codex, getting the extra leadership and one extra attack. So you can save some points and put it towards other valuable war gear, or go ahead and upgrade your Sergeant so he falls in line with just about every other Sergeant out there on the table.
Alright, first off the bat, we have a typical Predator. I mean, it's a little more expensive base, but I mean, all the upgrades are slightly cheaper, so it kind of balances it out. One particular note that you'll want to note about this book in general is all the vehicle upgrades is a standard vehicle upgrade chart. So there's no more like, it'll be like, well, this extra armor for this vehicle is X number of points, whereas for this one it's Y. It's just standardized across the board, which I really like.
More or less all the vehicle upgrades are in the war gear section, and each one of the entries in the army list refers to that same chart. So, like he was saying, the extra armor or the pintle mounted storm bolter for one vehicle is going to cost exactly the same for every other vehicle.
Next we have the whirlwind, slightly cheaper overall. I mean, generally, as you'll be noticing throughout this heavy support book, or part of the book, it's generally the same outside of the Vengeance, which we'll get to soon enough. It's standard Space Marine layout.
Yeah, and the Predator, though, I will note, though, like, as much as the standard loadout for the Predator is a perfectly viable option, it's the only one that is more expensive than the standard options that we've seen thus far. So if you're looking for points economy, I would say the Predator is going to serve you best and be the best bang for your points if you upgrade it to anything else. As soon as you upgrade it with something else, those upgrades are so much cheaper than the standard Space Marine Codex that it's going to be a much better buy for you.
Next is Vindicator. It's more expensive base.
Only by a little bit, though. It's not hugely more expensive.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, there's other toys to be putting those points to anyway, so it's not really that important, if you ask me.
So then we have our myriad of Land Raider configurations that you can choose from in this codex. They're the same layout as all the other ones. You don't get a new one. It's the Raider Crusader, and the Raider Redeemer.
However, on one very nice side, well, don't really know if it's nice or not, if you put Deathwing Terminators in them, you have to pay a price for that. You have to upgrade the vehicle to a Deathwing Land Raider.
Which is not a particularly cheap points upgrade. Now, the result of that upgrade is very nice, being able to force your opponent to re-roll penetrating hit rolls so that maybe you won't explode. Is a nice fail-safe to keep you from going down in round one. But it is something of a point sink and something to consider when you're buying transports for your Deathwing.
Yeah. And then finally, we'll get to the nice Landspeeder Vengeance, which I have made fun of through the entire series of videos.
Yes.
All joking aside, I have looked at it carefully a little bit more, and despite its odd shape, it's actually really nice. It's pretty much a hover tank with a... Yeah, it's a hover tank. Its primary weapon seems to be the Plasma Storm Battery, which can fire in two modes. It can fire a charged mode, which allows it to drop a template, or a burst, which allows it to give multiple shots.
The standard, the actual stat line for this is the same as a normal plasma cannon in every respect as far as range, strength, and armor piercing. But you do have these two alt fire modes. They're still both gets hot, but you have the option of switching freely between launching a barrage of 3 shots with it, or stepping it up to a large template and taking out a group of enemies. You only get 1 shot though. So
However, to keep in mind, it is a fast skimmer, so it has a jinx save, which will help balance out that it's
rather low armor all around.
It's very low. And if you really want to have fun with it, you can put a few extra points and turn that heavy bolter into assault cannon, which is always fun.
Another thing to keep in mind is this, along with a lot of the other hover vehicles in this codex, it also does deep strike. So you can, if you're running a part of your army as Ravenwing, a lot of those also have teleport homers, so it works really nicely synergy-wise to deep strike these guys in near the rest of that wing and really come in accurately and lay down some support fire quickly and accurately.
This is pretty much all that the heavy support option really has for this book. Across the board, this is a nice book, I would say. I mean,
yeah,
it's got some nice flavor and so forth, but
yeah, we've been sort of learning as we went through this, and I realized at least one of the videos that I did, I was kind of flying by the seat of my pants, and I apologize for the lackluster. I think it was the elites section, which really deserved a better review than we gave it. We'll probably revisit that in a sum up video that we'll do at the end of the week, talking about some army lists that we'd like to build here, and perhaps looking at the studio army that we're working on building, and possibly get some feedback from you guys and see what you think about our army list. So thanks again for watching. Please tune in for future videos on this codex throughout the week, and for more content that will extend past this week into the weeks and possibly months to come, with battle reports, painting tutorials, and other fun goodies for you guys. And on one of the previous videos, it was the fast attack section. Chris promised that if we got 150 likes on that video, that we would buy one of the dark shrouds and paint it bubblegum pink. We also got a comment in that video suggesting, after I asked, what am I going to do with this bubblegum pink dark shroud, that we should auction it off and give the profits to going for the cure. So I think that we're probably going to do that. So if you would like to see us do a painting tutorial and see the finished product on this, and see us give some money to a great cause to support breast cancer awareness, please go to our
fast attack
video, which I will put a link to in the comments, and I'll put a an annotation here on the screen right now, so you guys can just click that and go over there and take a look at that video and give us a like, and we will get that purchased and painted up in fantastic bubblegum pink. So
I mean, and we're already at I think 80 something last time I checked, so we're almost there.
Yeah, by the time of this post, we may have already broken 150. But keep on liking if you like this video series, and we will see you in the next one. So thank you for watching, and happy wargaming.